Welcome back, adventure seekers, to more God of War Chains of Olympus. And now we're going to get a puzzle and a jaunty little tune.
Ooh, jaunty tune.
Yeah.
And again, the melody returned, and it almost seemed familiar.
That is a snappy tune, but now can you play Stairway to Heaven?
Right.
Oh, look, we got baddies again. I swear, Kratos can't go anywhere without having to fight enemies.
I mean, almost like he attracts them.
I know. Can you just imagine he gets up in the middle of the night and just wants to go get a cup of water or maybe use the bathroom? And he has to fight enemies to do it?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. And I do show me trying this once. I'm going to cut that in the future, but I was trying to get a little more used to these QTEs because I know for the final boss, I'm going to need to be able to do them. And it's not looking good for me, so we'll deal with that when we get there, I guess.
Right. At least now, they're optional.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm trying to mess with them a little more. Which is nice because we did talk about that in a previous video. Some of the circle kills being more satisfying. Hey,
Right.
you knock it off. And die. So at least when I do pull off some of these, then at least we'll get a few of those satisfying kills. I would like to get one on each enemy type, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I will try.
You do your best, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I need to get used to it because I know that's the last thing we have to do in the game is a QTE. Not a big shocker, given the series.
Right.
Hey, look, we get to play with light beams. Maybe we could get some laser fluid going.
Ooh, laser fluid?
Yeah. Is that even still a thing?
No idea, but God, I hope so, because, you know, stoners have rights too.
That's right. Well, we did give them a game recommendation last video with Abzu.
That's true.
So, yeah.
You need to completely turn your brain off and want to look at pretty things.
Yeah. And it's even better, just put on a no commentary playthrough and you don't have to do anything.
That's true.
Saves you a lot of time and effort. So this guy is going to get moved around a little bit. There we go. Essentially, we're trying to connect these light beams to make a wonderful little pattern. But first, we have to unlock all of these statues. Oh, statues. Reminds me of Legacy of Kain Defiance. I know you're not familiar with that series, but in that game, you have statues that are enemies, these animated statues, and they're a pain in the dick to deal with. Get out of my way. Yeah, it's not great. That's why I do take some satisfaction in destroying statues in this game. I might actually continue to do that, just because.
I mean, it is appropriate.
Yeah. And in Stellar
Yeah,
Blade
the
too,
art.
because, you know, statues. They can fuck off.
Right.
Unless they're going to help us progress.
Right.
I don't know what the hell is happening there.
Sitting there all high and mighty because you're tall.
I know. Just standing there being a statue. What's with that? Thinks it's too good for everybody else.
Just rude.
I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't even look this up, so this is actually a pretty simple puzzle. Kind of like in the last video. It's a little more advanced than that, but
Yeah, it's not horribly complicated.
no. Yeah, you can pretty easily figure out what you need to do, which is good for a game like this. I don't like complex puzzles in games like this when I'm just wanting to get back to the killing.
Right. I mean, I don't mind as a change of pace. Like,
Sure, like this is cool. I don't mind this.
yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that.
Super duper over the toply complicated is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like this takes a minute. I thought about fast forwarding this just to save video time, but can't be bothered.
Right.
But
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, properly, you know, go through the whole thing. It's not that big of a deal.
yeah, but it's overall not too bad. It would be nice if Kratos pushed these statues as fast as it would be if this were double the speed, but you know, we're not going to get that till Ghost of Sparta,
Right.
which kind of blows. But yeah, I don't mind something like this. It's like, okay, it's something else to do and you have to use your brain a little bit. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. It's super elaborate, complex. What the fuck am I supposed to do puzzles I don't want to deal with, really, in any type of game.
Right. Like the ones where it's like, it gives you no information, like no knowledge of like the, oh, by the way, a complicated puzzle is coming up and here's what you actually need to do to figure it out.
Yeah. Now, I don't remember the puzzles in the series being too complex, but I can't remember them, so they might be.
Right. Maybe 2 or 3 has like one that's actually fairly complex.
I remember one had that kind of mural thing where you had to put a bunch of blocks on a wall.
Yeah.
I don't remember how complicated that was, and there were pieces you don't use.
Right. Isn't there like a giant garden maze in one of them?
That is God of War 3, yeah. So that one is probably the most puzzle heavy segment.
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting to do. Hope to God my emulator can handle that shit. I mean, I could bust out the PS3 if I absolutely have to, but the video quality is going to be significantly worse, especially since I'd have to run everything through Handbrake to make it compatible with my video editor.
Right.
So I'm just hoping these emulators work out because I really don't want to do that. The only good thing is if I did play this off of my PS3, then I know for sure I'd have save files with the auto pass QTEs, unlockable items, for Ghost of Sparta and 3.
Right.
I also want save states and better video quality, so yeah. And it took me a while to remember what to do for this mechanic. I always forget to hold block down first.
Yeah.
Hopefully I remember that for the final boss, but I am planning on trying to complete the rest of the game tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. I only have 2 videos left to record, so...
Right. Fair.
The only hard part I remember being the QTE at the end of the final boss.
Yeah.
Unless there's a part I forgot about.
I think there might be 1 or 2 other QTEs, but, you know, I don't think they're terrible comparatively.
Yeah, because I remember you had trouble with the QTEs in the final boss.
Yeah, because they're just irritating.
Yeah. So, of course, I'm going to have trouble with them, and that's the name of that steed. I believe we have 1 more to deal with. So, let's go do that. Kratos is like the Abe Lincoln for steeds. And this is kind of cool. We get to see this room again through this little elevator. It would be kind of cool if this temple had a bunch of levels and we went past a few different rooms that we've been in.
Yeah.
But I'll take that.
In a sense, like, it is kind of set up to have that feel.
Yeah.
So, yes, I mean, you would have thought that there would have been more of it.
Yeah. And we didn't even comment last video on the fire walkways, which are kind of nice. I would imagine they would have burned his sandals, but oh well.
Right.
At least Kratos doesn't seem to wear socks with his sandals. I can't stand when people do that. Fuck you, statue. I mean, I don't know what kind of a jackass wears socks with sandals.
I mean, seriously. Why? Who? Ever?
Yeah. Unless you're German, then it's okay. Yeah, I went over to the right and there was nothing.
Yeah.
So enjoy all this collecting. It is tough because I do want to call these walkthroughs, so I almost feel like, and I'm referencing a conversation we were having last video, which I know, of course, you've seen. I would like these to be kind of walkthrough-esque, in which case I probably should show where the other chests are. I just don't feel like going to get them.
I mean, totally fair.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as far as main storyline, it is a walkthrough.
That's true. And I do trust in people's abilities to hunt them down. When we get to video 5, there are a couple of chests I kind of point out, but don't go get. So there will be that to look forward to. But that's talking about next video. Hey, look at that. We're moving along. Singing a song.
That's right. Can't believe you get chess.
Well, that's just an annoyance for future you. That's not your problem right now.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie, I take a little satisfaction in that. Just a little.
Mm-hmm. Past you done screwed future you, because you know I'm gonna bitch.
And sometimes I randomly will stop and bring up the block button. I do that to check my health and magic, so I know if I want to bother picking up any of those chests. So fortunately, this one isn't going to be too big of an issue. We only have to push one of these.
Yeah. This one goes kind of quickly.
Yeah. It still would be nice if you could kick them, but whatever. Whatever.
All right.
It's fine.
Right. The way it should be versus the way it is.
If Kratos would get up there, thank you. Ain't all about what you want to do. Okay, let's face it, with Kratos, everything's about what he wants.
All right. So true.
He don't give a fuck about anybody else except maybe his wife and daughter who are dead.
Right. And whose fault is that?
Yep. It's just funny to me because those are the only two people out of everything that he's met, people, demons, monsters, gods, titans, those are the only two he would want to live. And well, it's like rain on your wedding day, you know?
Yep.
That, my friends, is an old people reference, by the by. So we're just going to move on. You could come up to this door earlier, but there's no point because you couldn't go through it. There we go.
Yes. The slide down, which was nice.
As Kratos left the temple, he was assaulted by the army of Morpheus, and again he heard the haunting melody. But this time, he recognized it as the song of his daughter, Calliope.
Calliope? My daughter, where are you? Calliope!
We don't have time to worry about that. We've got baddies to deal with.
That's right.
And we're going to deal with them Spartan style. Eat sandal.
Oh.
It is kind of funny.
Toe jam, because that's how you get toe jam.
That's right. It is kind of funny because Kratos there sounded like he was speaking through a microphone. I don't know if that's an emulator glitch or if that's just how he sounds. I'd have to go back and watch my old video.
I was gonna say, like, I could have sworn that's actually how he sounds in the game.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Just a little audio goof.
Yeah.
This game is kind of buggy anyways. And I have ran into some issues with this emulated version. Fortunately, everything's still going right so far, but just a few random bugs. There's a bit in a section we're going to get later on this video where I swear my controller buttons remapped. Now I exited the game and came back in and it was fine.
Right, but still.
But yeah, I was like, hey, that's not what I want happening there.
Right.
Not happy about that. So hopefully that's not going to be a regular occurrence, because that's going to get annoying otherwise.
Right.
Now I was trying to use circle to do a grab attack. So I don't know, maybe I was pressing another button and maybe doing that causes him to do something else. I don't know, maybe I was misinterpreting that or doing something I shouldn't have been doing, but it seemed like all of a sudden circle was swinging his blades and I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to do right now.
Right, yeah, I mean, I think the grab attack is slightly situational, but even still.
Yeah. So y'all won't see that because I had to replay the whole section, but it will explain why I go back to save before dealing with that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this temple because this is the last we are going to see of it.
Right. And if you like watching horses get lit up.
Oh yeah, they're getting lit. Much like I might do after recording the next video's commentary. We'll have to see.
I got good money that says you will.
Hey.
With the release of the fire steeds, Kratos was now in the hands of the beasts. And where they would take him, he did not know. As the steeds pulled Kratos away from the grip of Morpheus, they crossed into the underworld. But in the land of the dead, they could go no further, for these beings of light were not welcome in Hades. Kratos found himself on the very edge of Hades, the land where no mortal had set foot. Here, where the souls of the dead walk their fated path, Kratos knew that for him, this was merely the beginning.
Oh, look, we're in Hades again. I say again, this is the first time. This does kind of undercut Kratos' trip there in a future game. He is pretty much going to go here in every game except Ascension.
Yeah.
Although in 2, I believe it's just very briefly. But this does kind of undercut the time he goes there in God of War 1. I know that's supposed to be a big deal, but then again, oh, make sure your shadow is over one of these platforms before you drop down. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. And hey, look, petrified people.
Huh. Who would have thought?
Yeah, so you've probably seen my Ascension playthrough at the very least if you're watching this and don't know the series, so you should know what's coming. Now, if Kratos would jump up there, thank you very much. And I thought I'd heard someone suggest, and I don't know if they say it in this game, that Hades here is lit up like it is because Helios is down here.
Okay. I mean, I suppose that would kind of make sense.
I guess, but it's pretty bright in God of War 1 as well, so I don't know on that front. Actually, Ghost of Sparta, we may not go to Hades in Ghost of Sparta. Yeah, we don't go there in that one, although we go to essentially an equivalent of Hades.
I don't remember for sure, although one could argue that it's lit up because of all the lava.
Could be.
And it's not like, you know, it may have messed up its own Greek mythology by saying the first human there. Because, you know, like Odysseus, Rosius, Theseus.
But we're not going to talk about that.
You know.
We're just going to move on. Because why not?
Right, you know. Right, sure. No, yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Look at it.
I'm so glad I made that jump. Damn it, get off! There will be no stowaways on the Kratos. Dickheads. And last video, I did not say there were no enemies on walls in this game, just a lot fewer than other games.
Right.
Namely the first game.
Yeah, where you do this over and over and over again.
And it's not as fluid. I don't think you can jump across the walls in the first game.
I thought you still could.
I can't remember. We'll find out when we get there. I know you can't do the slide, but I can't remember on the jumping.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Hey, look, we got Gorgons. Can we rip off their head and use it as a magic attack?
I mean, sure, but not until we figure out how to do it.
I could make a joke here, but I'm not gonna. We're just gonna take the special kill and move on. Right. You saw where I was going with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Pretty much everybody should have seen where I was going with that, but you know.
Right.
That's right. We're keeping it classy up in this bitch. Oh, this jump sucks.
Oh yeah, this one's
yeah.
special.
I didn't die doing that, but yeah, there's a lot of jumps like that in this game.
Yeah. Feels right.
Yeah, definitely gets the asshole puckering a bit.
Yep. As well it should.
Yeah.
And all that just for a
Phoenix feather. Yeah. Well, we got to get the upgrades.
Agreed.
So fuck it. Now, I don't think this whole sidling along thing is necessary. I think we could have just had a platform to jump to and got the chest that way. That would have been nice. You was worried when I was playing this. Yeah, this section alone has a few jumps that are kind of annoying, and then we'll get... Oh yeah, you want to go to the left as best as you can here. Otherwise, you can be in for a nasty surprise there. Hey, that person that we just broke. I guess you could say he was stoned.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. The game's shouting out the stoners.
That's right. As well it should.
Yeah. At least this go around, I didn't die at that jump. I can't remember if I did or not during my original playthrough. I think I might have.
I was going to say, if I recall correctly, you might have.
Well, you never saw me play this one.
Yeah, but I still heard you talk to me whilst playing.
Oh, of course. But yeah, I don't remember. We're talking 9 years ago, so.
Right. I recall a little bit of it.
Well, this was originally supposed to be my 10-year anniversary of having played these games.
Right.
Series playthrough, but I didn't want to wait, so we're doing it now. Although, this probably will get into 2026 with the publishing of videos. I could see that happen, so if that does happen, then hey, look at that. We'll still make it. This magic has a secondary attack once it's fully upgraded, which is pretty nice. I do love with these maxed out blades how quickly these enemies die if you just hit them with it.
All right. The way it should be on a maxed out item.
I agree. Oh yeah, what sucks here is if you fail this next jump we got to do, you got to come back and get all the stuff again.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
How do I know that? Well,
You just do.
yeah. We're not going to worry about any jump cuts that are going to happen. We're just going to move along.
Right.
Anyways, alley-oop. Never had a problem with that section ever. Ever.
Right. Super smooth.
Right?
Like butter.
Right? Didn't die at least 5 times trying to make that jump.
Clearly not.
I mean, to be fair, I was pretty happy that there was a checkpoint there to begin with. I could have seen them not do that. Hey, Kratos is like the Kool-Aid Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Gorgon died so quickly. I wanted to get another circle kill, but oh well.
Right.
Okay, I started to have a joke I wanted to make there, and it wasn't working for me at all.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Circle Kill referencing Circle K, that old gas station. I don't know if they're still around.
I thought they were still around.
Okay, but it wasn't working. The joke was just not working for me, so what are you going to do?
But it's nice to know that you're at least trying.
That's right, which is more than the writers of most TV shows and movies do these days.
I mean, so true.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this block is not a upgrade chest, but it will allow us to progress. And thankfully, I never fucked this up, so that's always nice.
Good times, good times.
Well, we're starting to get into bits where I actually die in this game, so...
Aw, boo.
I know, what's that about? Well, my whole time playing this game originally, I kept waiting for this game to get really hard, and it's only a couple little moments where it does that, which I'm fine with. That's one of the reasons I actually really like this game, is it's not that difficult compared to the other games.
Right.
Is that supposed to be blood or lava?
That is a fun, well, it has definitely much more of a blood look to it than lava look.
I mean...
But, you know, kind of that whole whatever you're in hell vibe anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it is blood, I'm sure Janos Adron would be impressed with it. That's a Legacy of Kain reference for those not in the know. And speaking of vampires, what is the most badass vampire you've ever seen in fiction? Oh, like there's a difference. Most badass vampire you've ever seen. Not real vampires.
Let's see. I think doesn't the old Castlevania series have a pretty good set of vampires in it?
I believe you're correct. I'm not too familiar with them. I'd like to vote Angel, but even in his own show, he was kind of a pussy at times.
To be quite honest with you, like during the whole of the series, even like his time, you know, Buffy, he did seem weaker than he should have been.
Yeah. especially on Buffy, but even on his own series at times. Yeah, it just seemed like he was kind of weak sauce. I guess my vote would be Kane from the Legacy of Kane series, but again, I don't have a wide variety of vampires to go off of for that. We'll get our final Phoenix Feather next video.
Excellent. Gotta have that magic.
That's right. And this is the section here. We have to come do this part, which I tried a few times. The fight wasn't particularly going great. And so the thing we do after this fight is where my controller was fucking up. Okay. Or probably it's the emulator, I'm guessing, not actually my controller.
Right.
And mid-fight, I think, you know what?
You know, while I'm here.
Yeah. Hey, it's good of the enemies to sit back and let me do that. So I think that's everything that we've got maxed out, which is nice. And then the next weapon we were going to get, which will be next video, we're just going to max that out right away.
Excellent. The way it should be.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm just trying to kill these things before dealing with those assholes because, you know, don't like to deal with multiple targets. I think that actually might have prevented me from taking damage there because iframes.
All right.
And I'm not sure if these are those same things where you have to do the Plume of Prometheus attack in order to break their guard. And that's the upgraded fire attack.
I think these are the guys you do have to get rid of the shield first.
Yeah. And I wanted to circle kill the motherfucker because I was pissed at these enemies. But that didn't happen. Yeah, once you get rid of their armor, they go down pretty easily.
Yeah. In fairness, they do give you them both the magic and the health boxes right here too.
They do. I probably should have taken the health. I can't remember if we come back here or not, though. I don't think we do. So I probably should have taken it. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. And we don't come back to this area, so I could have taken the chests. And this is where I go save because I don't want to risk something fucking up again. Walking along.
It's true for this one. This one is a healthy walk.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, at least this room's nice. We get some orbs.
Right. Which
we will need for all the upgrading we're going to do.
A few wastes.
Kratos' greatest enemy. It's not his self-loathing.
It's vases and barrels, and little pieces of wood here and there.
Yeah.
Nobody likes splinters.
No. That's the fucking worst. Because they didn't have tweezers back then. So, like, how are you getting that out? I mean, you know, lucky he is who he is, so he can probably just deal with it, but still.
Right. I had to bust out some sort of chaos blade.
Right. Yeah, so essentially this is the same fight, but with saws impeding our progress. Damn it, game, I saw that movie. I did not like it.
Why not?
I am annoyed because at one point I actually did see the circle prompt, but I couldn't get to it in time. So next video, we will see me circle kill them.
Excellent.
But yeah, I was kind of annoyed. It's the more stylish way of playing God of War. But I am glad you don't have to complete those QTEs. It's just an option, which is all right. That gate looks important. We might have to deal with that, but that's going to be next video's problem. Thank you very much for watching. We will see y'all next time with more God of War Chains of Olympus.